Hello. I know I'm a minute early. Hey, Eve. Hope you're feeling good tonight. Civil Death. Hello. I just saw you yesterday for the first time. Well, let's see what else is going on. Well, are you pro PG? Because you might not like it here if you are. You don't have to chat. I just appreciate you being here. So we're going to be going over, I have some recordings from her last live, which I think is still up, that I wanted to talk about. And I have a lot of screenshots, and we'll talk about her deleted live. I knew she was going to delete that, but it didn't get really ugly until the middle, so it was too late to go back and record it all, because I knew she would. I knew she would delete it the second it was over, and she did. She didn't even wait till the outro was done. So, can you guys hear me? I hope you can. When I first tried to go live, it said I didn't have internet, so I don't see the chat showing up on the side. Oh, yeah, Eve, it was ugly. It was really ugly. Even by PG standards, it was ugly. But part of it was kind of entertaining, too. So we'll go over that. Okay, good. Hi, Anissa. How are you? And traders. You guys seem to be happy lately. I'm glad to see traders coming back online. Okay, you guys, I got some really interesting information about Ernie Shaw and Eric Rush that I'm going to do tomorrow on Ernie's Live. So you'll want to be here for that. Trust me. Ernie, what a joke. Hey, Sold Up. Again. Hey, Crybaby. I love that whore. I don't know who came up with that, but I think that's awesome. Okay. You guys don't have to chat. I just appreciate everybody being here. Yeah, I see a lot of people live tonight, but they can just watch me on the replay, I guess. Okay, here was the deleted one. Candace sent me a message after the truth came out about Donald leaving her. Okay, Donald didn't leave her in the first place. Hi, Nani. And Candace left. But here, you know, when Don tried to run over Candace in the driveway when they got in the fight, she ran into the woods and had her employer pick her up, and Don totaled the Subaru. PG swore that they were not broken up, and they were broken up for a month or two then. You know, Candace was living elsewhere. PG, they are not broken up. They are together right now as we speak, which is, you know, usually PG's source. Her own dreams. Is Innocent in here? I didn't see. Oh, hi, Innocent. Okay. So now they've been apart, what, 2 months? Because I hear he really beat her up badly, from what I was told. And so she left the state. She is not with Rap. I don't know who came up with that ridiculousness, but I can guarantee you she's not with Rap. She's not even in the same state as Rap. Okay, somebody's blowing up my phone. Okay, so here is, I don't know if I can read all this and still be monetized or what, but Um, so, of course, when Candace came out with the West Virginia butterfly, that, that was her old lady or whatever, and she loved her, sexy or whatever. Hi, Dodie. No problem. Just a couple minutes late. Oh, have I been talking that long? Holy crap. Oh, no. Nearly 4 minutes. Hey, Ruber. Welcome. So, I think that's just another prank, like she did with Mary, like the phone call to Mary. I'm pretty sure it's a prank. And they do know she is not with this lady, and she is not in West Virginia. So, I just think she's joking. Hey, crazy chicken lady. Welcome. So, anyway, here's the way this went. I hear Candace stole a strap-on from Ernie. This is Miss Justice. She's also a mod for Nita. And who knows who else. I don't know. But I don't think we want to go too far into that. Okay, so then she had, and in my opinion, this is someone that PG came up with, a shill to stir up her chat. Like if you've watched her ever, she's always like, oh, so-and-so's in back chat. So-and-so's in back chat. Donald is in back chat. Oh, look what he's saying. She said that I was in the back chat saying racist things. Yeah, she is malicious, Nani. Very malicious. So one time when she said, now I'm blocked in there, but I can, you can still go on stage there. And one time when she was saying somebody was in the back there saying disgusting things or, I don't know, porn bombing or whatever. Lisa Jetton was on panel with her. And she said to Lisa, don't you see it? And Lisa's like, no. So I went up. I hit the link and I went in back chat and there was nothing there. So I don't know what, nobody could see it but PG. Although maybe if you join the back chat late, you don't see what's already in there. I don't know, but yeah. Hi, White Widow Baby. I haven't seen you in a while. I know, she's always saying that. She says that when I know Don and Candace, when they were still together, they're, both working and went to bed early. And I know they weren't up, and I know they wouldn't go in her back chat. I mean, who would? Seriously. If you didn't have to. Okay, so, yeah, malicious is not the word for it. Okay, so she had this person in there as Ms. Candy, pretending to be Candace Hair. So her chat went insane. Hold up, is that Grandis? Is that really Grandis? Grandis needs to look for her granddaughter or her own daughter. You know what? She's been looking for her own daughter since 2009. Constantly. Hey, Lisa Kleckner. How are you doing? She's in constant contact with law enforcement, so I don't know what. Okay, so Grandis, come up. They wanted her to get the link. Now, remember, if you're just coming in now, it was kind of hilarious because, yes, civil death, you did hear that right. Yes, stolen strap-on. And it gets worse. Miss Candy, okay, so, like, did she say something here? Grandis, come up. Wow, really, Grandis? Miss Candy, I feel you have a lot crazy going on yourself. Well, look at whose chat you're in. Seriously. There ain't no more craziness to be going on anywhere else. Okay, so he is spelling too good to be Grandis, in my opinion. Okay, she said, why is what my daughter doing any of your business? I know Candy is never, ever going to go on a panel or in a chat. I don't even think she has a YouTube account. So I know. Hey, Twister. I know, it's crazy. They were going insane over there. Spelling is too good to be grandest. Okay, so yeah, she would never go in chat, and she would never, this isn't like what she would be saying, and they're right. This is not, the spelling is too good. Did your daughter, here's this Karen, she's a nutcase anyway. Did your daughter Rose fall off that horse, or is it true what your daughter's best friend said, you cracked her in the head from behind, allegedly? Her daughter's best friend did not say that. That's fact. I actually have a text from her daughter's best friend right after Rose went missing saying the names of the people that, took her. So, I don't know where that comes from. But, if you guys aren't familiar with, oh, Lisa. Hey, Kim Holmes. Yeah, I don't know. I guess content or something, but I'm just so tired. Yeah, Renee Marie, I definitely was not. It definitely was not Candy. And it was a brand new account, too. So, I mean, it was just made not too long ago. Who knows? I tried to look for it, but I couldn't find who it really was. Renee Marie, hello, Kim. Oh, yeah. Definitely. She wouldn't be doing the chat. So, Candy, it became the whole world's business when Summer Wells was reported missing. It's absolutely our business. Well, Summer Wells is your business, but, where Candace is not, because it doesn't have anything to do with Summer being missing. I would have loved to be Summer's mother if you didn't want her. Okay, that pisses me off more than anything, because you know what? Summer, there are thousands of children looking for a forever home, looking to be adopted. So if you can't adopt Summer and you're willing to adopt someone, adopt another child, adopt another little girl. I hate when people keep saying this. I really do. That's one thing that I hate more than anything, is people saying that. Summer had too much evidence on her body to send them all to jail. How do you know that, Connie? Oh, and here's my favorite. Hey, Cinnamon Girl. Here's my favorite, Phoebe. Miss Fiona, one of my favorite people. Grandis, where's Rose? I'm sorry, but that just cracked me up. Where's Rose? Oh, and then we talk about Candace doesn't bathe. Like, what? It's just trash here. It really is. Don't act like you know what we've done. You don't know anything, lady. Okay, that was Miss Candy. Why do you spend all that time on the hill and then when Summer goes missing, you take off? Okay, that's an oft-repeated rumor. She did not leave immediately after Summer went missing. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Yes, Kim, exactly. Exactly. Where they are and what they're doing isn't... Oh, Renee, that's awesome. That's awesome. Twister, I believe that same. Accident cover-up. And maybe we'll get to that in here. But that's, from what I've been able to narrow it down to, I think so. So, okay, why do you spend... Oh, she didn't leave right away. She didn't leave for almost 6 weeks until the boys were taken. So people have all these theories about how she took Summer's body and dropped her off on the way to Wisconsin or something. She didn't go to Wisconsin, for one thing. She didn't leave for 6 weeks, so and I thought PG believed that they just took her across the road to the cemetery, right? Hey, Wendy. I know, Kim. It's disgusting. So are you back with Candace since she isn't with Don? No, but you wouldn't believe where she is. This family, I'll tell you. Miss Candy smells like piss and tuna. That's nice. That's nice. Where are her mods? Seriously. Where are her mods? Because you don't allow this shit in your chat. I'm sorry. You just don't. I don't understand this. Grandis, you did nothing to help those kids up there. Well, I'm going to say something now that I haven't said before. She actually did. She's actually the one that called CPS. There, I said it. I hope the person who told me that doesn't get in trouble. But she called about the situation there because she was concerned. So, saying that she did nothing to help them is inaccurate. Sorry. I know, her mods are. Where's Candace? Hey, Jam. It doesn't matter. Where is Candace at now? She is not in Tennessee, and she's not in West Virginia. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, hey. I was just going to say, please be nice. Hey, everybody is welcome here. If you've ever been in here before, every opinion is welcome. You don't have to agree with me, but you do have to be polite and keep the chat clean. So welcome in, Jam. I believe you made it to the road. Something happened. I don't know. We'll talk about that in a little while. What exactly I think happened, and then what you guys think happened. Okay, so there's something that happened with the Jinkies, and oh yeah, we'll get to that. I guess I know what that is. Candy, where is Rose and Summer? Oh my god. Candace and Grandis, Trump is coming for you. Trump could give a shit. I'm sorry. Trump. That's QAnon stuff. Okay, somebody keeps saying Jinkies is talking about you. Jinkies is talking about you. Oh, it gets somebody's comment got deleted here. Okay, this is just accusations. How's your brother doing, Candy? He's in a supervised setting. I can tell you that. Grandis taught Candace pedophilia. Do you believe that? That's that Elva. She always says nasty things like that. Really? Really? Oh, Jam. Jam. Oh, you're good. Hey, Kev. Glad to see ya. Always. Yeah, Trump. Oh my God. Trump is not going to come and get Candace and Candy. Yeah, Grandis taught Candace pedophilia. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm sorry. I'm going to be, this is going to be rated R tonight probably because this is just bullshit. Grandis, Don, and Candace are psychopaths. I wish I would have recorded this, but I probably couldn't play it. Although I did record her last night saying that anyone was free to play anything that she did. And it was all free for anyone to use. So I did record that. No cussing. Yeah. The rapper Tiana Link. Yeah. The artist formerly known as Kevin. The Apple Definitely doesn't fall too far from the tree. Like mother, like daughter. Lord, how does two beautiful girls go missing from the same family? It doesn't add up. Grandis did run. No, she didn't. Okay, so Phoebe has to throw in a little comment here too. Nasty, of course. I've never seen her say anything but anything nasty. Grandis, how many times did you see your daughter Candace having inappropriate behavior with minors? Grandis, were you at the swimming hole? No pic of you. Where's Summer? Do they really think that she's gonna like suddenly, after all this time, like hop up on panel and tell them where Summer is? Or say it in chat? Seriously? Freedom. Is that you, Ronald? Yeah, GM Kevin. Kevin is, what is his new name? I forget. Rapper. Well, we can talk about her being at the swimming hole. I'm sure she was there because they did not have an opportunity to drop her off before that. But whether she got out of the truck or not, that would be up for debate. An innocent mother would never act like this. Therefore, you are going to get canned. They're just as sick as she is. Yeah, sickness. No, rap. Kevin. Kevin named his name to the rapper, Jam. Look just above you there. Here's the rapper. The artist formerly known as Kevin. Yeah. They take till it runs out and they're off to the next victims. Greatest gets used to fire. It's hot down in Hades. Bratbat, you're right. Disgusting people we are dealing with here. Yeah. They are disgusting. Everything they say is disgusting. Okay, then they're playing this Candace's post. I miss my old lady. Can't wait to be back with you soon. Love you, West Virginia Butterfly, who I guess used to be West Virginia Peach. You're so sexy. Can't wait to hold you again. Like, I'm just positive this is a prank. And I know that she is not with this lady. And she is not with rap either. Begging and conning for a living, disgusting. Really? These are the same people over here that don't seem to mind Ernie. Speaking of begging and conning for a living, but more about him tomorrow. Grandis, where's Rose and Summer? Is Candace lying about having a girlfriend to make Don jealous? Well, she's the one that left Don. I think Candace was trying to see if Daisy had an open marriage. Oh my God. These people. Oh, here's West Virginia Butterfly. She did pop into chat. I do believe this was her. PG, I seen a picture of you and you are actually a very nice looking woman. Well, maybe my chat should be the judge of that. Yeah, you're right. She was. Yeah. That was, I don't know why she even posted that. And then West Virginia Butterfly said, "Oh, I'm glad you finally came out about our relationship." So, she's playing along. Let's see. Give her a link. Let's get her talking. Okay, and West Virginia Butterfly says, I'm a beautiful woman. I got this, peeps. Then they wanted her to go up on panel. Then she read this post that she wrote. West Virginia Butterfly, I did go over and look at her channel, her page. And she put how she was a friend of Don and Candace, how she had all these secrets. They confided in her. She had a ton of information, but she has never spoken about it. She promised that she wouldn't talk. So I don't know. I wonder if TBI knows that she knows all these secrets, but I doubt they really told her anything. That's just me, though. Is Wisconsin Mama in here? How do I get this off? There we go. Hey, Wisconsin Mama, glad you got in here. Okay, so she says that wasn't her. Really? It was on your page, lady. Even White Boy has been dragging Candace. You have to be at the bottom of the barrel for him. Okay, so Candace was attacking White Boy over in Ernie's chat, so they might be why he's going after her. I don't know. Miss Candy gave Summer poisoned candy that day. Oh my God. Oh, Wisconsin Mama, you got a shout out here from Ronald. Wisconsin Mama was over on the farm flying her broom throughout the chat, craving some of PG's delicious brownies. Allegedly, PG sent Smiley some brownies, and Smiley ate them. That was a while ago. That just blew me away. I would not eat anything that someone randomly sent me in the mail unless I wanted to die. Oh, I think absolutely TBI should talk to. Yeah, I suggested they talk to Kathy, actually. She said they did. I said, I hope so. 100% those children did not want to go back to Ben Hill to abusive and inappropriate living. That was another PG story that the children spoke to the judge and said they did not. I don't know how the hell she would possibly know that. But yet she seems to know everything. So, orange soda, Grandma, want to explain? Well, it was orange soda. What is there to explain? She ate the brownies. She did. She said she did, and she wasn't just saying it to be funny either. She said she got them, and oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. Anything that came from Ernie's show, like a free sample of his Wuju Juice super soldier serum. I've never really wanted to be a super soldier, so yeah. So, West Virginia Butterfly, the voice of reason here. Again, YouTubers believing anything put out there, this craziness has got to stop. Well, you were feeding it, lady. You were feeding it. You were saying thanks, Candace, for finally coming out about your relationship. So, there you go. Candace ain't street smart. She just melnolates people. What the hell is that? She should be scared to threaten the Wells because she could be silenced because of her knowledge. Oh my Lord. This is like reading things from a lunatic asylum. Ooh, 604 people in chat and only 146 likes. Maybe, Phoebe, that's because people don't like PG. Could be. Could be that. I don't know. Just saying. That would be my opinion. Oh, hey! Let's dance. Good to see you in here. Hey, I got a chore for you. Oh, crazy chicken lady. You might try the brownies, or you might try the super soldier serum. The brownies. Oh. See, I don't like chocolate unless it's like wall-to-wall nuts. It depends on if she put walnuts in them or not. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. Okay, she lost 8 kids. Great woman. You found to defend, not a missing defenseless 5-year-old. Well, I can't argue she did lose 8 kids. That is correct. Wait, 4, 5, 6, 7. She lost 7 kids. West Virginia butterfly, why would you pretend to be with Candace? Now that is a question. Oh, and here's PG little girl who swears that she's actually PG's daughter. PG's youngest kid is 40. So I don't know why you'd still call yourself little girl. Mama PG, I hate that when people say stuff like that. What part of West Virginia is she in? Because I'm not far from here. And that's not the first time she asked that. Would that because you want to go real life and like track her down? Vivian says, how do any of them sleep? How do any of you people sleep? Because you're just foul. When Candace goes on her YouTube, you can almost smell her stench. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. How do you people sleep? It's just disgusting. Disgusting. Oh my God. Civil death. I don't know. I'm not into drugged brownies, I guess. Yeah. She's the new kind of Christian, right? Oh, GM, she does put weed in them. Yeah, she talks about that. Do you think that little girl? I think that no, I don't think it was. I think it is. It's a voice. It's a recording. And she said, "Oh, they were both talking at once or something." Yeah, you can do that. That's no big deal. I mean, look at how she took that recording, that 911 call, and put that lady's voice saying, "You're not wearing panties," about summer. She can do that. I think her son does that actually for her. But yeah, I think that's fake. Do I have the hots for Ernie? Apparently. I don't know. A couple people wrote Shelby and said that they have a tape recording of me saying I love Ernie, so who knows? I guess we'll find out tomorrow when I talk about him. Can't should tell what Don did, and she would end up with the house on the hill. He would be in jail. She does not. She's not on the deed. She's not going to end up with that house. So, yeah, AI or something, but it's not. I don't know. Wisconsin Mama, if she's driving, she can't chat. But she said like 5 years ago, PG played that same little girl voice, and it was exactly the same. It's scary to think that children are actually around while she's live, isn't it? I think. Oh, and then they're trashing Daisy. I'm not going to get into that. Oh, now there's even more people in chat and even less likes. They're taken aback. Oh, here's the lady, Blessed Mimi. Did I just... No, I'm not dating Shelby. He's in prison. Okay, so my son... Okay, Blessed Mimi. Hello, everyone. I thought this was interesting. My son is about to turn 19 in October. Anyway, he was actually locked up with Hunter's bitch ass. Yeah, they actually interrogated him about summer. Then he got his ass handed to him over summer. Great. So you're saying your son assaulted someone? Nice. I do think Hunter knows. And if you guys have been in my previous lives, you know what I think. There's no way that he doesn't know that I can figure. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, what did they ask your son? Has Hunter told him anything? Yes, I remember Hunter was scared to go with the guy Andrew sent. You know what? He basically wanted to kidnap Hunter. Yeah, Hunter was scared. He jumped out the window. I don't blame him. He didn't know that guy. Yeah, I absolutely think he knows. Yeah, he was in the car. Candy knows too. She was in the car. So they have to know. Oh, that's interesting, Eve. Thanks. I don't know that 6 Colt 45. Oh, that's the PG little girl, not the voice, but PG little girl. I see. Yeah. Oh, another brilliant person. Why would you want to say that? Uh-oh. Why would you admit that PG was your mother? I can't imagine that.
Yeah, oh, that's what you're supposed to do. Unless your ass wants to go to prison. Unless you want to go to prison the rest of your life, because that's what's going to happen when you admit that you've done something evil to an innocent 5-year-old little girl, right, Andrew? And that's your mentality level, you bitch. Get the hell out of my back stage over here. Keep your ass over there on your own ground. This is holy ground over here, mother freaker. This ain't the devil's playground. This is God's dance floor. Get the hell out of here. You're like, yeah.
Okay. Do we need to hear that again? I love it. This is holy ground, you motherfucker. She is so terrible. She's going to fire up a members only live about me when she gets back, I'm sure. God has a dance floor. Hey, traders, holy ground. I might have to play that again. No, that's GM. I'm pretty sure that's her real voice. Bellanova, hello. Okay, Lisa Kleckner, I'm going to answer this. I don't think there was anything going on. I think Candace is mentally, 13, 14. She acts like the hood rat, a kid. I think they're just juvenile humor with Hunter. And I think that's, was mentally her age. Even Jody Sue said there was nothing going on. And I think if there was, Jody Sue would be the first one to jump on that bandwagon, in my opinion. And I asked Andrew that on in his chat, and he said he didn't think so, but because so many people said it, he reported it, and he said that they looked into it and they came back and said it was unfounded. So I don't know. And Allie said she had indisputable proof of Hunter losing his virginity, and I don't even want to know what that proof would be. Did she videotape it? What the fuck? She took pictures? I don't want to know. Yeah, that's gross. The whole thing is gross. Okay, so it's holy moly ground. I'm going to play that again just because I think it's hilarious. She does sound hideous. Somebody that had a mutual friend with her son, who has me blocked, by the way, out of millions of people on YouTube, he just randomly blocked me after I made some posts about, posted the article about PG's ex-husband and stuff like that. So what does that tell you? Hey, Kels. She does act like a 15-year-old boy. I know. I'm going to play that again just because. Hey, Flies. Because that is so hilarious, I think.
That's what you're supposed to do, unless your ass wants to go to prison. Unless you want to go to prison the rest of your life, because that's what's going to happen when you admit that you've done something evil to an innocent 5-year-old little girl, right, Andrew? And that's your mentality level, you bitch. Get the hell out of my back stage over here. Keep your ass over there on your own ground. This is holy ground over here, mother freaker. This ain't the devil's playground. This is God's dance floor. Get the hell out of here. You're like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, unless your ass wants to go to prison.
She kills me. Wendy. That's what I had heard, Lisa, but Boy, how does she know that was his first time? Yeah, that's kind of gross. Anyway, okay, so we'll continue on. Let's see. Okay, this is Blessed Mimi again. They didn't get any more out of him than what we already know. My son says he kept denying being involved. That's why they beat him up. Keep implicating your son there, Mimi. Oh yeah, then it gets rude. Although this whole thing is rude. I wish I would, I break dancing on God's dance floor. Definitely sage. Holy water, yes. I don't, if you threw holy water on PG, it'd make a U-turn, I'm pretty sure. Okay, Don's new girlfriend, Karen, has to be a sick puppy. Okay, that's the rumor. And I don't believe that either. But I'm not going to mention a last name because I don't want to sully her. But okay, let's see. The boys will talk one day. Oh. They will also see their parents online using drugs and abusing each other. You know what? Val's Variety Venue, they will also see everything that is said in this chat. Oh, no, wait. PG deleted it. Thank God. But they'll see everything else. It's just sad. And some of the accusations thrown towards the son. I know. You can't take her mouth. Candace, you're broke now, and it will get much worse for you. Well, she did move out of state, so, probably take her a while to get a new job. Ernie was sending her money the other day in his chat. Anything more about the cemetery? Okay, let's get to the cemetery. Does she talk about that right now? Why has no one heard from Grandma? Oh, I thought she was just in the chat, Jimmy. What do you mean no one's heard from her? She was in there again last night, too, I think. Once PG's got something good going. Let's see. Oh, Jimmy M, she was just in here talking trash. She wasn't talking trash. She was actually one of the nicest people in the chat. GM, why? I'm not going to say. I don't know why you think that, but I'm not going to say. Hard to believe sometimes her lives are even too bad for her. Oh, I know, she doesn't even wait till the outro is done before she deletes it. I've heard her delete it right in the middle of a word before. I knew she was going to delete this. It was just horrible. Prayer Garden of America, show the pics of Candace's legs again. Really? So you can make foul jokes? Candace is a sick pedophile, which is why she was okay with Don abusing Summer. It's just nothing but trash talk and garbage over here, actually. Oh yeah, turd pop sucker. PG's favorite word. Oh my god. Oh yeah, and Pam Tate made a reappearance. Oh, and now she's got Daisy up there because she don't like it. Candace cannot escape her past criminal charges. I don't think her past criminal charges have anything to do with someone going missing, actually. But that could just be me. Oh, she's talking about Don supplying Fred with drugs. I don't think so. Fred made his drugs, didn't he? I do. I do, but I don't think you can. I mean, I think karma happens in its own time. So, not necessarily when we want it to. I mean, look at Ernie. He's still going, right? Although he does have HIV. I don't know. Is that karma? It's frustrating to see people get away with some of the stuff they do and not get punished or have bad things happen. I do know Don did bring back large quantities of crack. I'm going to tell some things I know here because, I mean, enough time's gone by, right? He did actually bring back large quantities of crack from Knoxville, and he had just gotten back from Knoxville, I believe, not too long before Summer went missing. So I think he did have quite a bit there on the property, and we'll get to that a little later. Don would have used all the product. He brought back a whole lot more than what he could use, I'll tell you. Let's see. Oh, here, of course, we have to here. Somebody was talking on, she's playing Daisy's panel. Daisy and Candace on panel. Phoebe, it sounds like that dude on Lisa K's RJ has never been on my live. I don't even know who that is. So let's just throw my name in there, of course. Gotta get a dig in about me. Hey, Billy. Oh, yes, I absolutely believe that. Anything you could possibly want was right there on that street. Yeah. And you know, as much as, oh, Ernie just went live. I'm not even talking about him right now. He'll go live tomorrow, though. Okay. Oh, now we have to trash Benny. Phoebe. Who the hell does Benny think he is, coming back after all this time and carrying on when he doesn't even know what's going on? You know who doesn't know what's going on, Phoebe? Your hero, Ernie. Who the hell does Ernie think he is, coming back and carrying on when he doesn't even know what's going on? Because he doesn't. He doesn't know the first thing about Summer's case, in spite of the fact that he tried to get that reward money. He was trying to. Candace was in his chat, and he was all over her, still thinking that she was going to tell him what's going on. Okay. Rapper, or Kevin, I'm not going to call you Rapper. How do you get the little emojis? Where was Ernie when Summer came up missing? That is a question, but I don't think, that's just my opinion. Although we can discuss that in a little while when I get done with this. We'll talk about what could possibly have happened at 2:30. Jankies is only talking about Candace now because Candace found out she's two-faced. If they didn't want everyone on YouTube to know, they should have not ever spoken to someone on YouTube the way Jankies heard it. Okay, they're talking about, they're my favorite. They, Kevin, don't make me laugh. They are talking about Candace saying she was afraid of being charged with SA. So, you know, that never should have come out. A lot of us have known that for almost a year now, and not a one of us have put that out on a live. So what Jenkins was thinking, do you think the boys, they're going to see that? Why would you put that on them? It's one thing to put it on Summer, and that's disgusting enough, but she's not here to read it, or to have people accuse her of it, or to have kids tease her at school about it because they saw it on YouTube. Leave the boys alone. Please. Leave the boys alone. This shouldn't even be talked about. And Candace doesn't give a shit. Seriously, I don't care what you think of her. She really doesn't. She isn't thinking about her kids when she talks. But on the other hand, she told Janky something in confidence, so I just don't believe in doing what she did. What was the point there? What was the point of saying that? Really? What good was going to come out of that? Okay, let's go on. Okay, here we go. She's a carpet muncher, according to White Boy. Do I really think what? Do I really think that? Do I really think what, Crazy Chicken Lady? Please elaborate. Do I think it should have come out? No, I really think it shouldn't have. Yeah, I don't think she doesn't care. Carpet muncher. So, we're going to hear that more. I think Brooks from Crime Lines and Lies said carpet muncher about 34 times in her live the next day. I think that's disgusting too. Is Don still under probation? No, he's not. Where have you been? None of that circle of idiot lemons. What does that mean? Should be around any children ever, let alone a dog. Are we gonna? Oh my god, gonna be in the dog thing again? Oh, then we have the pissy pillow. I don't think there ever was a pillow. Oh, Kevin. Yeah, it does collect a lot of dirt, no matter how much you clean it. Hey PG, what does rap have to do with Candace right now? PG claims that Candace was living in a tent with rap. She knew that because Candace showed it. She was not with rap. She's not in the same state as rap. And you're also claiming that she's in West Virginia with Miss Butterfly. So where is it? Did you just really say that, Crazy Chicken Lady? Oh my god, he's carpet fresh. Wait, what? Carpet muncher? Yeah, it means a lesbian thing. Landing strip. You guys are funny. Oh, what did Sybil say? Oh yeah, landing strip. That's hilarious. Let's see. Here's Carmen with the voice of reason. Just thought I'd sanitize the group, and she has a little bottle of hand sanitizer as an emoji. I can't believe that that's PG's emoji, but she needs hand sanitizer over there. Girl on girl. Yes, life's a dance. What did Trader say? I gotta see that. I don't see anything with her. Yeah, I hate that carpet muncher thing. That's disgusting. Okay. Daisy was actually the first one to accuse Candace of SA on Summer. So the fact that she would turn around and let her in her house is just beyond me. That was kind of odd. Oh, I was calling on Traders for help. There was no health care given to those kids. Look at Summer's picture in the back seat, not looking good. Well, yeah, I think she was near death there, but we'll talk about that as soon as I'm done. They have all used Summer for so long, they all make me sick. the kids did get health care. They went to the hospital. I don't know if they got routine doctor's checkups, but they did go to the hospital when they got sick, or when they had an injury. And they did go to the dentist. Summer, there's pictures of Summer at the doctor. What? Yeah, I don't think the local fossil site found a lesbian dinosaur. What? I don't even know what that would be. Totally off track here, but I watched this lobster guy. He has some really interesting things. It's really addictive, little channel. And he's caught a couple of blue lobsters and a gold lobster, and he catches some interesting fish. But he got this lobster that was like split down the middle, and it was half male and half female. And it had like a male organ, and the other side was a female. So he was going to keep it and see if it can reproduce itself. Doing a little science experiment. I'll let you know, crazy chicken lady. You're right on it. So anyway, I'll let you know in a future live what happens if we have lobster babies or not. I just got back from Massachusetts and had some epic lobster rolls. I like the hot ones better than the cold ones, but when you're in New England, you do what New England does. Yes, you are so. Daisy went against the Bible and was supporting Candace in her out-of-marriage relations. What out-of-marriage relations would those be? I don't know. I don't watch Daisy. So just remember, all this is going on, and now she has Summer's picture on the screen and Summer's name in the title and Summer hashtag. What about this has anything to do with Summer? I get so irritated when people, you've done so much for Summer. No one's done more for Summer than PG. Like, what the hell has she ever done for Summer? Ever. Oh, here, Sharon Hearn. I don't know if she got the steel-toed boot or not. I don't remember. Come on, there's no evidence that Summer nor her brothers were molested. Here, Miss Justice. I've never seen so many lowlifes involved in a case before in my life. Yeah, and they're all right here in this chat. Come put Candace, Don, Andy B. Don said Summer at the cemetery, so come on. That was PG little girl, because you can tell by the way she can't speak English. Okay, the cemetery. PG goes on and on and on every night about that damn cemetery and why won't law enforcement search the cemetery? Because they did 4 years ago. They searched the cemetery. They searched the cemetery. They searched the cemetery with dogs. There are 2 cameras focused on the cemetery, and it's not that big. And law enforcement took the SD cards from those cameras. So nobody was burying a black tote in an empty grave. Chad Arnold was not the grave digger. Sorry, PG. And I was told, although I have not confirmed it, that they poured a slab when they dug the grave. They poured a cement slab to put the vault on. So that was on there while it was still open until they put the body in there. Can you really see Don and Candace there, like, digging a hole to bury a black toad in a grave? And the camera, cameras don't catch them and nobody notices while they're driving by. What? What? I don't know. Did she talk? She talked of a black toad. A black toad. And I don't know how she come upon that. Okay, who is Rose Blythe's children? Okay, we don't talk about children, Karen, and why the fuck would you need to know that? I'm sorry. Okay, Sharon Hearn, Don and Candace own words and past criminal charges. I know there were accusations, but oh, here's a picture of PG's daughter. PG little girl. I'm going to wait and see if I see her picture somewhere else and I can figure out who the hell she is. Okay. Thank you, Chillbilly. The vault bottom was placed when it was dug. The vault is okay, the vault bottom. Okay, thank you. That makes total sense. I appreciate your input there because, yeah, that's what I was told, that the cement was poured there or whatever. Yeah, nothing's buried there. So that was on there 2 days before Summer went missing, right? Right? Let's see. Maybe we're almost done. Join me on the dance floor. Kevin. Oh, here's Phoebe with words of wisdom. Carrie, this waste Virginia butterfly. It's West, Phoebe. Must be some sick person to hook up with Candace who doesn't bath. In my opinion, they're both as evil as each other and sick. You don't know either one of them, Phoebe. I got my opinion in you. One day I'll give it. Oh, and then Phoebe tells us what she thinks happened. Don disposed of Summer. She's just as bad. Oh, civil death. Yeah, crazy chicken lady's awesome. Okay, here we got to throw Benny into the mix. Benny Keys was near the wells before Summer went missing. I don't think so. Oh.
What's up, girl?
Nothing. I want to tell Candace and her stinky ass mother or grandma, whatever you want to call her.
Okay, I'm gonna start this over. This is a woman that came up on panel. Life is beautiful, I think. Let me see. Life is beautiful.
What's up, girl?
It doesn't sound like her life is very beautiful because she's pretty bitter. Stinky ass mother. And this lady, I think this is the one that said she was trying to adopt Josie, which I don't believe for a second. But yeah, she doesn't sound like all that awesome of a person.
Nothing. I want to tell Candace and her stinky ass mother or grandma, whatever you want to call her. Candace, I hope when they arrest you, you never see the daylight ever again. There is so many people that would have adopted that little girl if you did not want to be a parent.
So adopt a little girl. Adopt a little girl. I hate this. Oh, have you watched the Wicca? Yeah. The Wicca lady? Yeah, Witchcraft in Action. I think we've all seen her. And yeah, she's got a problem. You know, she did an interview with, I think, Clyda Trent right at the beginning. And Lori almost sounds normal. She did a good interview. She asked good questions. Why she went off the rails after that? Can you imagine her daily dump of information that she sends to TBI every day? I'm sure it goes in the spam folder. the funniest thing that she ever did was when she put, her signs and symbols and her deep fake shit and her layers and whatever. She had a picture of Tim Mullen in front of this big white mansion. And she's like, oh, here's Tim Mullen in front of his house. Here he is. Here's in front of his house. And then she circles an upstairs window. She goes, here's where Summer is. Summer's in this room right here. And then she goes in circles and says, arrows and all these different things about the house. You know who that was? It was Tim Mullen visiting South Fork. The South Fork house. Wasn't that Tim Mullen's house? That's about how reliable her information is. She also did a live making candles with the essence of summer in them and sold them. Like, what the fuck is that? Seriously.
None of this would have happened.
You don't understand. It wasn't about her not wanting to be a parent. It was about her wanting to keep those kids. She wanted to keep those kids. Her and Donald wanted to keep those kids to abuse. They wanted to put those kids through hell. They felt that when they had those kids, they owned them, and they could do anything they wanted to them, and they did. They abused and abused, and you heard Jinkies essay these babies, put these babies. Oh my God! Could you only imagine? Can you only imagine the shit that they probably did to these kids and done and allowed others to do? It's despicable. It's absolutely despicable. And how in the hell? Who in the hell? Who? What kind of evil do you have to be to even think of doing this kind of stuff?
That's a good question, PG. That's a good question. What kind of evil do you have to be to even think of that stuff? Because you're sitting there thinking about it every single night. Every night. Every night. Just like Ernie, you enjoy talking about child abuse and child sexual abuse and sexual perversion. You get off on it. That's why you have to delete all your lives, because they're disgusting. Stop and think about that for a minute.
To a child.
I have no clue.
Okay, what's this one? Oh, here. I wonder if Candace wasn't molesting Summer. That's nice. That's a nice one. Wonder away. Okay, look at Granda's brother. No rehabilitation is possible. Genetic disease with this family. No rehabilitation is possible, but yet PG sticks up for Frank Light at every opportunity, right? Right? Frank Light, who was caught with hundreds of child porn images and went to prison. And she thinks that, he's okay. She likes him. He's done his time. It's not like he was actually abusing children. She honestly said that. She said that. She said it's not like he was actually abusing children. No, he was looking at people abusing children. That's just as bad, PG. I mean, if Don can never be rehabilitated, neither can Frank Light. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, here's Karen. I've been listening to you since the beginning. Well, no wonder your brain is on fire. 4.5 years of this is enough to drive anybody insane. Oh. I used to always say peachy all the time. Now I just say whatever. I used to say peachy all the time and was known for that. All the devils need to leave my mama PG alone. Mom brings the truth. She wouldn't know the truth if I slapped her in the face. I'm sorry. Oh, here, Lisa and Candace were an item. Not me, Lisa Jutton. Were an item years ago for a short time when they lived together in Don and Pam's garage. Really? How the hell would you know that? How the hell would she know that? Now we're just making shit up. Here lies the truth. Here lies. Here lies the lies. Do you think Daisy is involved in organ harvesting? What the fuck? What? How many more of these do I have? Oh, they're singing Nancy Grace's praises. I won't even get into what I think about Nancy Grace. But I remember when they said PG should go on Nancy Grace. Kevin, you kill me. You guys are funny tonight. You're killing me. It's my chat's always a riot. Okay. So this lady said she wants to adopt Josie. This life is beautiful. Danny says, I'm hearing Josie does not want to move to California. I do not know if that's true or not. Where the fuck would you hear that, Danny? Did Josie tell you that himself? That he doesn't want to move to California? Oh my God. Listen to this. Yeah, Nancy. Yeah. Blessed Mimi. We've heard a few comments from her tonight. PG, it's apostrophe you apostrophe RE, honey. You're literally one of the kindest creators on these YouTube streets. Oh my Lord. But don't get it twisted once some dumbass comes at you sideways. That would be me. Here we are coming sideways at her on her Sabbath, her bowling night. Okay, and then I took a screenshot. This video has been removed by the uploader. She's not bad, Life's a Dance. She's not ugly by any stretch of the imagination. She's just ugly on the inside. Okay, so let's see. Here's some. I don't remember if this is. Oh, this is what West Virginia butterfly. I cry a lot. I'm lonely and I'm in pain a lot. I do it alone because you see, I have been a faithful friend to Don and Candace. This was an older post. I got a lot of knowledge about this case, but I've never said a word. Well, you should be talking about it if you know anything. So where are my friends when I need them? If I know Summer should be your friend, the boys should be your friend. And I don't mean personally. There is so much I could say and tell, but I promised I wouldn't. Yeah, she needs to talk. So Candace ripped off Kathy, the friend. She was paying her cell phone bill and keeping the electric on at Ben Hill. I don't know about the cell phone bill, but the electric at Ben Hill was being paid by Candy. And I know that's a fact. The whole time Candace was over at Kathy's, Candy was paying the electric bill. So I don't know where they got this. Oh, and here we go with the carpet munching again. Just rude. Oh, and Allie. washing their clothes, bringing them food, screwing Jose in the bed. I added that one. Everything else is depravity. She talks about Candace having a relationship with a rat. That never happened. I'm sorry. Oh, this is white. Oh, this is Crime, Lies, and Lies. I don't know, Jim. It seems like she would have talked for the $70,000, doesn't it? Or maybe they didn't tell her. Maybe she's probably a friend that came in later, but I don't know. Okay, here, this is White Boy. Candace is a carpet muncher. Oh, he gets really vile. I'm not going to read this. Oh, this is, no, this is Crime, Lines, and Lies. No, all the classy women out there, there ain't any classy women in your chat. You know, this woman, she never has a lie, but what she doesn't mention my name. Literally. One day she said it twice. She just puts it in there. But she has to say my name. She didn't even say anything bad about me here. She just threw my name out there. My full name. Okay, so we're talking about dildos, carpet munching. Yeah, classy women. I mean, how would you feel if somebody looked at you and said they're accusing us of molesting our kids and beating them? I didn't see anything about beating them in the paperwork. So I don't know where they're getting that. But she's talking about Jenkins putting that. I know, Kevin. Kevin is awesome. Okay, what are you saying, Jam? It's just gross. Allie and Jose, Candace and some other woman, Don and anybody. Yeah. I don't know. It's like a regular paint and place there, isn't it? For one, the drug dealers. I don't think we had those in paint and place, but we had everything else. Big apologies to Green Eyes. That's got to be a different Green Eyes. Oh, yeah, here we go. TBI has yet to find evidence concluding that Summer was abducted or that she ran away. That one chick, Lisa K. Ruiz, she calls me, and Hope Kaiser. I mean, you name them. That's all she says about me, but she always puts my name in there. I have no idea why. Okay, so now she's a lesbian. She's living with another woman, and she kept saying the woman's married, and his name is Dale. I don't know where she got that, but she's not living with that woman, Brooks. Oh, and they're going to be sister wives. Oh, my Lord. Now we're going through, let's see. Rose looks nothing like her sister. Actually, when Candace was younger, they did look a lot alike. Candace has just had a harder life. Okay, let's go up to, see, we got Ernie. I think I have some more PG. Nope, more Ernie. We'll do him tomorrow. Okay, here's the cemetery. This was yesterday. I believe this one is still up. Oh, that's okay, Jam. I don't even know how to do that. Talk to text. Let's see. Oh, if I ever find out Candace is pregnant again, I'm gonna rage. She can't get pregnant. So here she's talking about the Morrison Cemetery. Oh, I do have some thing recorded about this. Here, somebody said in New Jersey, at the time of birth, the parents check off what you want your baby to identify as. I don't think I believe that. How would they know what the baby wants to be identified as? Exploited innocence. If I was the foster parent or parent they adopted one of those boys, I would contact the police, DA, and let them decide on charges, not DCS. There are no charges, obviously, because they dropped them. I have my own theory about why they dropped those charges. Hey, Nana. Good to see you, hon. Hope you're doing good. Children shouldn't even know anything about this. They should just be playing and enjoy being a kid. Yeah, so why are you putting all this shit on them? That's what I want to know. 9 kids they destroyed, their own kids. You know, people keep saying Don never lost his first 2 kids. He never did. They keep saying that, but okay, let's see. Oh,
Chad Arnold stalking people at Morrison Cemetery, and there's flowers there. And that grave was all covered over because somebody didn't want you finding it after Andy ran his mouth. They didn't want nobody finding it, but it was found with flowers on it, dollar store flowers, 2 of them to be exact.
how the fuck would she know that? Sorry, but like I said, it's going to be rated R tonight. How does she know? She didn't go there. $2 store flowers. She's big on dollar store. Anything that she talks about that Don and Candace bought, dollar store. So what the hell is wrong with that? And how can you tell a couple of flowers were from dollar store? Just a put down, just to be nasty. Chad Arnold, what does he have to do with the cemetery, PG? Another thing, she keeps saying Candace followed Chad Arnold out of Ben Hill at 4:30 or whatever. Chad Arnold was still there at 6:30 talking to Mrs. Chambers and said he was going to leave before the cops got there. He asked her what was going on. So, I don't know what PG's talking about. She apparently doesn't know that either. What does she know? She just makes shit up, honestly. And people are here for it every night. She's got almost 400 people in this chat. Listen to this shit.
Looking brand new. And they was up at the swing set.
Oh, hey, yeah. What's wrong with the dollar store? Lisa After Dark. Chubby, I know, and it's already been there's nothing to do with the cemetery. Do you remember she said if they don't dig up that cemetery that she was going to delete her channel in 2 weeks or like whatever? Well, then she decided she needed to stay for summer. You know, keep that Lord's dance floor open. Hey, K-Dan. Glad to see ya. Hey, Dustin. Welcome. Hey, Al Woods. Ellie, as Ernie calls you. Ellie Woods. That was hilarious. Like, seriously, Ernie? Yes, PG. Come up with the Fred in the box. She said that actually that is something that Cotton Simpson did tell his family. I think his mother. Yeah, because she talked to a YouTuber that I trust, who got, you know, his autopsy report and everything from her, and she said that Cotton did tell them that. How PG got a hold of that info, I don't know, but yeah, make up your mind, PG. Is she like her head in a box, or she's in a tote, or Hunter killed her, or Don did, or what?
With a bunch of dollar store lights around the swing set, memorializing Summer. And the funny thing is, they wasn't memorializing her on June 15, 2021. They was memorializing her before that. They was memorializing her at the time they would have been shaving all of her hair off her head and plotting and planning against her, because they felt that the day they did that, she was good as gone anyway. So they, that was a little inside joke for them. That's when they came to realization that something really bad was wrong with her. They couldn't get no help without going to prison. And they had to start planning and plotting how to get rid of her.
Yeah. Al, you missed where she talked about how it was holy ground over there, you mother freakers. That it was God's dance floor on her channel. I know she is. PGs. You got turns between your time between your turns up at throwing the ball. She's listening.
Really fast. Especially with Child Protective Services hanging around. Because that case was not closed. There was no caseworker came there June 14th, 2021. No caseworker showed up on June 14th.
Now, this is one thing that she's telling the truth about. There was no CPS, right? The case was still open when Summer went missing. Like I told you, Candy's the one that called in. Didn't have anything to do with guns. I don't know why Don made that up, but yeah. So PG actually accidentally told the truth here.
Absolutely not. They did not show up. They did not shut no case down. That's bullshit. That case was still open. They were going to be coming. And they needed to get Summer. They needed to get Summer something done with her before that caseworker seen how bad off she was getting. That child was bent over, skin and bones, bent over, could barely get around. Matter of fact, they had her brother following her around to help her up, because if she fell, she couldn't even get up on her own.
Okay, what bullshit. And she's talking about that picture when she was with Journey, which I posted other pictures of her at the party right before that. They were playing around. She wasn't sick. She was jumping around and holding her arms out for Robin. I've got several pictures from that day. And her brother found her around because she couldn't get up. She was looking pretty lively at the swimming hole on the 15th. I don't know why PG thinks she was on death's door.
That's how bad it was.
Yes, GM, that's right. They did not close the case when Don said yes. Yeah, Nana.
She went down. I showed the pictures. She went down a slip and slide, and she couldn't get up on her own. There was other children going down it and getting up just fine, the way she should have been, but she couldn't get up. Her brother had to help her up. This little girl was really sick, and that was just a few days before she disappeared.
Hi, all my dogs. Welcome. Okay, what's a few days before she disappeared? The slip and slide, that was like the year before. And so what if her brother helped her out? He's just being a nice brother. I don't know what the hell. And Is she talking about the picture with Journey? There isn't anything that a few days before. The Dancing in the Rain video was a few days before, but she was jumping and dancing around there too. So this is just sensationalism and bullshit. Yeah, Nana, I know. I sent someone there too to talk to the manager, and I said, ask if they got food, because I was curious to know that. And he said, no food. But yeah, there's more than one person that went there. And he told them all the same thing. Or her, whatever it was.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I've told people about having the dream that I'm, in the open grave. It's been told. It's not a lie. And I've heard my whole life that the best time to get rid of somebody is when there's an open grave. The dude was buried on what day? The 18th?
There you go. There you go. When someone remembers dates, then I'm going to tell you, it's very significant to them. Always watch for the person who is able to remember dates, times, because that person right there, they got a dog in the race. If you ain't got a dog in the race, you don't remember shit. But you got a dog in the race, you're going to remember. You're going to remember everything and listen to him. He knows exactly when this man was buried. Let's go on to listen to him.
Okay, so 3 days after Summer went missing, they buried that dude. Do you think they dug the grave the day that Summer went missing? I'm saying it was dug between the day the dude died and the day Summer went missing, the 11th.
He even knew the day the guy died. He knew the day the guy died. Right there. The 11th.
You know what? They don't dig a grave the day you die. Give me a break. Seriously, PG? I think the grave was open on the 13th, wasn't it? But like I said, they got video cameras on that grave. It's been eliminated. It's been searched. It's over and done. Hey, Dark Rain. Is Kirsten here? I didn't see. Hey, Butch Cassidy. Yeah, signs and symbols. Oh, hey. Hey, Kirst. I didn't see you. Sorry. Welcome. Yeah, signs and symbols. We're going to go over that tomorrow. We have a dog on the dance floor. Kevin, you kill me. The slip and slide. Yes. Okay, now I lost where I was. Oh, we're at Andy. Okay.
Out of that vehicle when she didn't. Those boys were so hungry. You remember everything and listen to him. He knows exactly when this man was buried. Let's go on to listen to him.
Okay, so 3 days after Summer went missing, they buried that dude. Do you think they dug the grave the day that Summer went missing? I'm saying it was dug between the day the dude died and the day Summer went missing, the 11th.
He even knew the day the guy died. He knew the day the guy died. Right there, the 11th. He knew exactly the day that this guy died, the day this guy got buried, and he knew the day they dug that grave. To trust and believe it.
So what? Oh my God. But without the bottom of the vault, yeah, I can't see Candace and Don digging. I mean, they have to use a backhoe, don't they, to dig a grave? They do where I'm from. You don't do it by hand. And she keeps saying Chad Arnold was a gravedigger when he wasn't. That's a fact. I can't remember who was the gravedigger, but somebody told me who did it. Actually, they said that usually the funeral home that arranges the services has their own person that digs the graves. But they did tell me who dug the grave if they don't there, and it's not Chad Arnold. Except if you're PG. Oh, here's Phoebe talking about how good looking Ernie is. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Wow. There you go.
Not if she went over there on the 15th when.
Yeah, I think you're right, Kirst. I think it was Ricky Crawford. I think it was him. I can't remember for sure. I'd have to go back and look. AI. You got all kinds of little cute little emojis there. Rapper. The rapper.
Candace left at some point in time off that fucking hill.
Oh yeah, she went off that effing hill right down there to meet up with Chad Arnold when you told her it's done. It's time. And you know, Marlena Crawford called her at 4:30, letting her know that, you know, old boy's on his way. She puts the phone on the back of Don's truck and she leaves the hill with the black coat now in the back of Grandis's vehicle. And she goes off the hill down there to meet Chad Arnold and comes out of Ben Hill Road over to where the cemetery, where they're not going to notice anything.
They're not going to notice anything when there's neighbors across the road and cameras on that cemetery. Yeah, Chad Arnold. I heard it wasn't. By God, that voice. right. Bag and suit. Oh, they got a Bash Benny in here. She's just not in the cemetery. That would be why law enforcement is not searching there. Because they already did, PG. Yeah, he wasn't. He didn't. And I was told Chad's so lazy that he would never be doing actual work like that. He was not the grave digger for that cemetery. So I don't know why PG thinks he would be digging this grave.
Summer was already buried, in my opinion, already buried down in that grave when Candace went back up on the hill and gaslighted those boys into believing that their sister had gotten out of that vehicle when she didn't. Those boys were so hungry and, you know, got those groceries in there and all they cared about was getting something to eat.
Hi, Tennessee Nana. Hi, Dark Rain. No, I don't live near this part of Tennessee. What I know is from, well, I can't say. A lot of what I know is from looking into Rose's case, and then I have a couple of sources that know the Wells that let me know what's going on there.
They were, you know, they weren't paying attention to their sister. They didn't ever see their sister. That's why they kept telling people she was outside, she's outside, because they seen her in the vehicle, but they didn't ever see her get out. They just assumed she did, and that she was outside playing somewhere, as usual. And, you know, and they didn't care. Not their problem. Not their problem. They was busy trying to get food that they don't get much of, and they was trying to get in some playtime and just stay the hell away from the people they really didn't like being around, Candace and Grandis. And they didn't care where any of the other people were, as long as they wasn't in there, you know, having an argument with them. You know, I'm sure Candace was no pleasure for them kids to be around. And they probably relished every second that she wasn't around them. And they were in there doing that. They were relishing the free time that they usually don't get away from her. And she went in there and gaslighted them up, saying she sent Summer into the house when she didn't. She went in there gaslighting them up, you know, and they were scared. They were scared. Oh goodness, she said, you know, and they knew how mean she is. And they said, well, she's probably down in the basement, Mom. You know, they didn't want to get in trouble. And Candace acted like she went down in the basement. And that's why she didn't know if the door was open or not, because she didn't check. She was gaslighting these kids. She was gaslighting them. And I bet you 10 to 1, if they checked that grave across the road, Timothy Morrison's grave, they'll find this black tote with this little girl. Why ain't they doing it? Why ain't they doing it? I don't know. It's all been turned into law enforcement. All of it has been turned into law enforcement. Why ain't they getting over there? Because every time I check on it, I hear it's on their agenda. It's on their list. They're going to be getting to it. But when? When are they going to get to it? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure when you call, they let you know what they're up to and where your tip is on their list. God. I know Kevin's hilarious. She also said that she turned in a tip about Jody Sue, and the cops went there and knocked on Jody Sue's door and asked her these questions, and then they came back and told PG what Jody Sue said, and you know, she's really plugged in. She and Don B, TBI and Hawkins County are telling them updating them daily on what's going on in Summer's case.
Yeah, true, Parker. True. But I'm going to tell you, Andy Bernard, you know, if we would not have brought this out, what he said in Jody Sue's chat, thank God we got it. Thank God we seen it. Thank God we got it. Thank God we was pushing the issue. Because if we wouldn't have got this, you know, nothing would have still been said. Nothing would have still been said about this cemetery over there. And Chad Arnold was stocking people up at the cemetery, at that particular gravesite. He's stocking people up, right?
Stocking people
Why?
up? What?
Why is he so concerned about someone being over there looking into this grave? Why is Fred Hill so concerned about someone looking into this grave? Why? That's a question. That's a question. You know, I noticed it says this gravesite has come out and people wanting it checked. I've noticed that all of their backsides are up in the air. Put a 1 in the chat if you notice that too. Every last one of their backsides is up in the air.
What?
Fred Hill's ass is up in the air. Candace's is up in the air. Jody Sue's is up in the air. Don.
She's got an ass fixation. Has anybody else ever noticed that before? She likes to talk about asses and dick lickers and turp pop suckers, and she's just vile. I had to take a swig there.
Wells is up in the air. Even Grandma is up in the air. They're all up in the air. Every damn one of them is all up in the air. Yeah, you got to think about that, right? I mean, I ain't ever seen them out here staring the pot like they've been staring it lately.
Staring the pot. In chat, somebody said you can't make this shit up. Oh, yes, you can. Shit is made up, all right. All right, let's see what else I got.
But I'm going to tell you what. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome to take whatever you need from here.
There she goes. I taped her giving permission. Here's a comment. I feel they were taking money from people to have sex with their kids, and maybe she died as a result of this, and that they had the guy who played the flute and used to work at the funeral home to help them dispose of her body. How the hell would he do that? You can't cremate somebody on the sly. I believe a lot of people were abusing Summer. Why do people want to believe this? I bet police members were clients, and that is why no one has found her body. Also, I saw sick pictures of the boys with makeup on like they were girls. No, you didn't. That never happened. That picture that PG says that little boy is got makeup on and wearing a skirt, that's a David Britt's little boy in that picture. I have that picture. And he's wearing some baggy shorts. He doesn't have any makeup on. Oh, God. Just make it all up. Okay, so then we have more Lightning Tiger. We're going to go over that tomorrow. Okay, so let's talk about Summer. And so if you've watched my lives before, and I think I have narrowed it down, and this is my theory. She was at Sonic laughing and giggling. They went at 2. So then they, bought the slushes. We'll say that takes 10 minutes. And they drove to Priceless, another 5 anyway. Nana, you can correct me if I'm wrong on anything here. Then they were in Priceless shopping. Candy was. So, and Candace. So Hunter and Summer were in the truck. Hunter said they were watching TikTok videos. So then they come out and drop Hunter off at about 2:45. And how long they spent there, I don't know. Then at 3:09, they take the video of Summer in the milk jugs. And she does. It took me a long time to come to this, but I do believe she is dying there, mortally wounded. And that's at 3:09, and they were 10 minutes from home. So they get home at 3:20. So Candy, Hunter, and Candace all know what happened. I think then maybe Ziggy Valero, maybe Candy really did tell her the truth that Summer never got out of the car because she was sick and Candace left to take her to Don. But what could have happened to her? What caused the blood on the seatbelt? What do you guys think? Tell me what you think. No, absolutely, Dark Rain. You are 100% right. Kevin, do you play chess? Oh, Jody and Kevin are. Oh, Tennessee Nanny, yes. Oh, yeah, they were heavily involved. Absolutely, 100%. I know a lot about that case and talked to a lot of people from there. Okay, so what do you guys think? What could have happened to her there? If you want to throw Ernie in the mix, I guess, was it like because he had been at Pigeon Forge when they were there, or I think it was Pigeon Forge, filming the day that the Wells were there. So was it like a staged rescue thing? He did say at one point on a live that he was going to kidnap a child to show how easy it was. Is that what he was doing and she got hurt? Candace did say nobody would have hurt her if I was there. So did it happen while Candace was in the store with Candy? What did happen? What possible things could have happened to hurt Summer so bad that she passed away? Oh no, you're fine. Yeah, we don't talk about other YouTubers. Hey, Annie Pats, except for the one I'm putting out that's putting out bullshit. I can't stand. I know, I know, and she does that over and over. She repeats everything like 3 times. Like that's what I thought. Oh my God, Dark Rain. That's awesome that you That's hilarious. Yeah, she's not a facts channel, but yeah, people say that. Oh, Life's Dance and Kevin are gonna hook up. That's gonna start some rumors. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Oh, we didn't do stuff like that. My household. That would have been a disaster. Oh, any Pats, did I say hi to you? I think PG has said that David Dotson didn't have anything to do with it. I don't think he did. I think David is just, a little odd, marches to his own drummer, and was really just trying to help out. Why Candace called him of all people? Oh, she called him because she couldn't get a hold of Robin, didn't she? So that makes sense. I think he was honestly just trying to help. I've gone over his interview, and he was very well spoken, very careful about what he said. Some of the things he said, that was what Candace said, to make it clear that he didn't know that for a fact, that was what Candace said. He did say the boys told him that bottom door was locked. Candace and Don all said it was locked too. So I have to believe it was locked. I don't think anybody went in or out that door. Yeah, it's not possible to cremate someone surreptitiously. It's just not. That takes a huge amount of electricity, and not to mention the smoke that goes up the chimney. I mean, and you can't just go in there, and he didn't have access at that time anyway. He was fired 6 months earlier, so that's just crazy. It really is. I don't agree with that. Yes. 309. I agree, Hunter. Yeah, Andrew probably isn't going to like it, but Hunter. Oh, Gatlinburg? Okay, thanks, Any Pets. No, I don't think Ernie Shaw is involved either, Life Sedans. I really don't. Exactly, Cursed. Some people think it does. That's why I brought it up. I'm just trying to... What do you think happened, Cursed? Yes, they were making... Yep, that demo. I have the tape of that. So, Cursed, what do you think happened to her? What do you think caused the blood on her midsection? What's your theory? That's a short amount of time in there. I mean, like, what, 15, 20 minutes, maybe? That something happened? What could have happened? Hey, Ellie. Welcome in. Was that really blood on the seatbelt? A lot of people seem to think it was. I thought it was a shadow, but I don't know. The more I look at it, I really just thought she was asleep at first, but then the more I look at it, I do think she was unconscious there, and I do think that Ziggy Valero did get good information when she was told that Summer never got out of the truck and Candace rushed her to Don. So what could have happened? Anybody got any theories? My theory would offend people. Summer did have a slush. Yes, she did. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's just some people's theory, but I don't know, Chillbilly. Have you seen the picture where it looks like there's some blood there? I thought it was just a shadow or a fold in the cloth, but I don't know. So, what are your theories? What are your theories? What do you think happened to her? What happened to her while they were in the store or when they came out? Well, the slush actually, hey Birdie, the person that I sent there bought a blue slush and drank it and then sent me a picture of her tongue, and it did not stain her tongue. So I don't know. I guess it would have. Some of the ones we get here don't have color in them. They just look white. They just have the flavor in them. So, there would be blood on the seat. There would be blood on the seat belt if that was true, but they did not take the truck in. They did look in the truck for some reason, but they did not take anything out of the truck, is what I was told. They also did not take any fingerprints from anything like the doorknobs or anything like that. It's odd that they didn't take anything from the truck. But maybe that video, maybe they hadn't seen the video, I'm assuming, until later. So they didn't know the truck was involved. I think they didn't treat it like a crime scene. They thought she just wandered off at first. So, they didn't have things locked down like they would have otherwise. That's my opinion. The slush was blue, wasn't it? Hey, Discovering. Yeah, I don't remember Summer had the blue or I think Hunter's story changed there. Hey, Lurking. Yeah, I don't think she was deceased because her jaw isn't slack. It looks like she has muscle tone in the pictures, but she does look like she's out of it. I mean, more than just asleep. I think she was pretty bad off then. Okay, what else we got here? Yeah, I it's hard to tell. You can't really tell. I don't know. And Candace showed that suit and it didn't have any stains on it. I don't know. I don't think she passed in the truck. I don't think she was dead in Twister. I don't think she was dead when those pictures were taken. And I don't think they would have taken those pictures if she was dead. But what was the point of the pictures anyway? It's weird. Yeah, I don't know, Birdie. That's kind of a mystery there. Yeah, I think they're still working on it. But honestly, when a kid is missing like that, a lot of times they're found. Sometimes even if they're not found until a day or two later, but they still find them alive. Although that was very wooded terrain and Summer wasn't really known for wandering off like that. I don't know, the whole thing is fishy. I just really think that she was gone right away. Lurking! Yes, exactly. They didn't take it in. Some people think they should have. I think the swimsuit was new. I heard that. I heard it might have been a different swimsuit. I don't know. Dee Dee and Candace put that there. Maybe Nana knows a little bit more about that. Just kind of, they said that so that people could sit on that and think of summer. I think they had a holder with the flyers there in it. I don't think there's a lot of traffic on that road though, other than, Fred's customers. My opinion. I don't know. But wouldn't that be more dribbled or spread out? It kind of looked like either it was a shadow or it was kind of a concentrated stain right there. If it is a stain, I don't know. Anyone have faith she's still with us? A lot of people do. A lot of people think she's still alive somewhere. I actually don't. I do not. Ellie, I agree with you. I think it was an accident, but what? What could have happened to her? What could have happened to her in the truck in that short amount of time? I don't think she was trafficked and hurt and returned while they were in Payless. I'm sorry. I don't think Fred was in the Payless parking lot doing something to Summer. Well, I'm not even going to go there. Sorry. But exactly. Yep. Yeah, I think they are. I'm doing pretty good lurking. Not feeling good the last couple days, but hopefully that's over with. Yeah, I know, but sure, one hand was kind of pinned there, so I don't think that's true. I don't know what killer looks, what you think he means, but oh, Nana, that's nice. I don't know, Birdie. It depends on if it's a shadow or a stain, I guess. If she was bleeding there, I think it would be a lot more than that there. Honestly. I don't know. I can't think of what could have done it. I know before one of my possibilities was that she suffered some type of head injury at the pond. Just because Candace seemed to break down when she was at the water with Chris McDonough. It just seemed like something might have happened there. And then when I looked at closed head injuries, it did say that sugary, I looked for frozen drinks, but it said sugary drinks could cause, with a closed head injury, could cause unconsciousness, delusions, and death. So I guess that's a possibility. That would kind of eliminate the fact that that was a blood stain on her, though. Yeah, Candace and Dee Dee saved up their money and bought it and put it there. Oh, that's true, Dark Rain. Well, although they said that was a new outfit that Candy had bought her for her first day of school. So I don't know if, and I wish we knew if the still picture was taken before or after the video, because her hand is in a little different position. So they must have moved somewhat. I don't know, but it could have been. Can you show a pic of the stain? I wish I could, my sedans. But I cannot, because I don't know how to do that. Yeah, I don't think Jody Sue had anything to do with that. I don't think her son either. No. That really eliminates a lot of people if you believe that. Hunter needs to say something. He probably doesn't want to be a snitch, especially with being in a gang. But you can turn in anonymous tips. You know what I mean? I mean, I turned in an anonymous tip recently. Not on this case, but on another one. We have Silent Observer here. You give them a code number, which is what I got with the one I turned in. I don't know. That's a heavy burden to bear, don't you think, to know a secret like that? I suppose if you didn't really have a conscience, I think it affects Candy. You know, when you look at the difference between Rose going missing, Candy's reaction to that, and advocating for Rose and in constant contact with law enforcement and, you know, going to the Wisconsin Missings event every year, with her reaction to Summer going missing, never saying a peep, not doing anything. It's really like night and day. I don't think she went down the dog trail. My cat doing something he shouldn't. Because they tracked her down the road, right? But that track could have been from the day before or whatever. Plus, somebody said they aren't sure they got a good scent on her. Supposedly Candace dug a sock out of the dirty laundry, so I mean, did it have summer scent? Were the dogs, I was told the dogs got a lot of false hits, so were there more than one scent on the sock? You know, if it was in the laundry, it might have picked up other people's scents. I don't know. I don't put a lot of faith in that, and I don't put a lot of faith in Ronnie Lawson saying the boys said they saw her either. Yeah, I agree with that. But Bertie, I don't think that Candace is very good at editing things. You know, a lot of the videos and things that were made, Miss Christine made those. Candace is good with TikTok, but as far as editing videos, I honestly don't think she could do that. Yeah, I don't think Damien or Jody Sue have anything to do with it. I really don't. I think she was mortally wounded. This is my opinion. Mortally wounded during the video on the ride home, you know, at the store at Priceless. And then Candace did take off and said she's going to meet Don. Don does have you know, he said he got the call at 5:30, right? He was 23 minutes from home, but yet he didn't get home until 7:09. So he has a big, huge gap in his timeline there. Oh, and Candace was at the gas station at 5:30. She went to Fred's at 4:30. I think Summer was gone when they got home, actually. We do. I don't know. Yeah, could have been. Could have been something that just happened while she was there. Although Candace saying nobody would have done that if she was there kind of indicates that she was in the store. when it happened. I hate to think any further than that. Okay, thank you, Nana. I'm thinking it was too, but I'm not sure. Yeah, Hunter was in a gang. And actually, they kept his phone for his upcoming case because of the gang stuff on it, but I don't know what the results of that were. I mean, he's out, so he didn't go to jail. Who knows? How can you say they never left? All I seen was videos of them riding down the road. Jody Sue said she was searching around the creek, right? I don't remember them riding down the road. But if they did, the camera at the end of the road would show that, so. Well, Twister, she had just gotten a steroid shot in her knee. I've gotten a steroid shot in my knee, and it took immediate effect, which I was thankful for because I was in ungodly pain for 3 days. They tracked down the driveway and ended at the road. I've got that video with Dave Rader. I should play that. I should play that if I knew how to do it. Yeah. She said when Jody Sue said she heard the scream, that Candace didn't hear it because she was inside doing laundry and cleaning and feeding the kids cereal or something. Hey, Yanni. Welcome in. Yeah, the tree company was. And they were, I bet the pic was taken and used to insert into the video. The picture was not, her hand was in a different place, and the picture, they were stopped in the road with the back opened up. So that was not in the video. The video, they're driving down the road. Oh, yeah. They had a cam on that property, absolutely. Because there's footage of Dobbs walking the land with Elvis after he bought it, but before he went back. Yep, Nana's got that. Hi Sandy, welcome. As far as the gang sign, every kid I know does that. Ernie does that. Everybody makes that sign. It's some band sign or something, I think. I don't think it's a gang sign. Yeah, I don't think anyone would grab her. I don't know. Yeah, discovering it was amazing. Now the ones in my back, those did not have that same effect, but different thing. That one in my knee worked right away, and I never had a problem afterwards. So yes, Nana has the goods, and so there is stuff out there that Blue Solo Cup is kind of trolls, I guess, people's chats, and Pretends he's different people. Remember when he was first on Ziggy's and he said he knew all these things, and Jody Sue delivering pot when she was a little girl to its trailer or whatever. And I don't think he's very reliable, actually. Hey, I'm not behind this today. I'm going to let Nana answer that because it's not my story to tell. I don't know, but discovering she don't look like she's in any state to follow anybody anywhere or run down the driveway. I mean, they were 10 minutes from home and she don't look good. So, I dismissed Ziggy Valero's story at the beginning, but now I think, and I guess Don said that Candy spilled it all or something when he heard what she'd said. So I'm actually kind of leaning towards that. I don't know. My whole theory's changed a lot. It took me a long time to come around to, that video of her being injured there. But I do believe that. Yanni, we're going to talk about him tomorrow. But okay, Birdie. Okay, who's still around? Okay, Dan, I gotta go up and see what he said, who he's talking about. Oh, pictures of Dobbs. Yes. They were from an earlier time, yeah. The 14th. I just remember the interview he gave Don B. That was deleted or hidden anyway. He said he got there at 4:30 to his land at 4:30 and was going to camp there. And he said the first person he saw was Don coming down the road from work in the white truck. Well, Don took the Subaru to work that day. So I think it's interesting, and I know it doesn't have anything to do with anything. It just an inconsistency there. I mean, we know he drove the Subaru. Dudley said he did. But then he comes home in the white truck? I don't know. So then he talked to him, told Don that he had just bought the property and he was checking it out and stuff. And then people thought Don went home and called Andy. So no, I'm surprised Andy's not in here. Hey, Sandy. Okay, let me go back. Yeah. Yep. That was a good interview. I don't know why. I don't understand if my child was missing. A lot of times in other missing child cases, they don't want anyone, at least the local here, they don't want people coming because it would disturb, trample any evidence or anything that might go missing. Plus, they tell the parents they don't want them to search because they don't want them to come upon, a child's body. However, in this case, they did not think she was deceased at that point. So I don't know. Yeah, you'd think they'd be out there looking for her, wouldn't you? Yeah, I wouldn't trust Ernie to do a search on my property. I'm open to anything. I think we're all open to anything because we really don't know. Why did Don? I think the Subaru was kind of lower I know, like, my dad has a problem getting out of my car because it's low to the ground. I think the truck would be easier, but that's just my opinion. I don't know. And he took the Subaru Monday and Tuesday. He said it was just sitting there because I think they usually did take Candy's truck. A little more room for all the kids. Oh, okay. Then I don't know. That's odd, isn't it? Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Sorry. Yeah. Unless it was, I don't know. That's just what I'm saying. It seems like there would be more blood there, and it would have been on the seatbelt too, because the seatbelt was right over what people think is blood. And she still said she doesn't know why her mom left. I'll tell you why her mom left. You mean this last time, or why she left when 5 weeks after Summer went missing? I'll tell you why she left. Why she took the camper and left. It was after that interview. After Candy did the interview, you notice how she screwed up the storyline. Candace was livid at her. She was so mad, and that's when she went to Kathy's. And she left Candy there alone. Candy has always paid the insurance on the Subaru, and she had to pay to have the electricity reconnected, and she was paying the electric and feeding the dogs, and she said she just got sick of it. So she said she dumped a bag of dog food out on the ground. She met Candace at a gas station and gave her the key, and she, took the camper and left town. Actually, I think it was Cam had to fix her brakes so that she could leave. Somebody local fixed her brakes for her on the truck. And then she hooked up the camper and left. And they did not talk for a long time. Hey, Karma Queen, welcome. I think we're just about to, okay, I can explain that, Don. Okay, it was when they asked about Rose. And Don said, careful, your mother's listening or something. Why he said that was because earlier, Candy, I don't know if it was the date the date Rose went missing or her birthday, but Candy was crying and Rose said, why are you crying? The bitch is dead. So when they asked her about Rose, Don did not want her to say something nasty about Rose. And that's why he said that. It's not because he thought she was going to tell anything about Rose. He just didn't want her to say something nasty about Rose with Candy there. That would just cause more problems. No. Somebody was going to fix that up. I was going to meet her in Wisconsin, but she doesn't like me because she doesn't want to believe the truth about Rose. Which I get it. She's a mom. The stuff that came out, she doesn't want to admit that that's what happened, I guess. Really, that's interesting. I did not know that. Oh, yeah. Bertie, you ask away. Well, yeah, I don't know. Does that surprise you, Lights the Dance? He would do something spiteful? I don't know. PG saying that he took, no, that I don't know. I think she gave it to Teresa from Unmasked before she posted on TikTok, didn't she, or not? I don't know, I might be confused about that. Okay, June 16th. Yeah, I know. But she has been told. It's really up to the police to tell her, but they're not going to tell her because it's a complicated thing. It will cause a lot of trouble for the police department if what came out, what happened, and I think that's what they're avoiding. And that's what the locals think. And the locals are afraid to talk. They really are. I don't know if knowing the truth would give Candy any peace. I don't know. But the guy that did it committed suicide last year, so I guess I wish he would have left some type of note or something. Confession. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up. I usually keep it at 2 hours, and it's been almost 2.5, so appreciate everybody coming. I love all you guys. My chat's always awesome. My mods are awesome. And I think it was a good discussion. So, I don't know. I hope we know someday. Even if they find Summer's bones, I don't think they'll ever be able to charge Candace and Don because at this point, they can't prove they did anything, really. I mean, they don't know that she wasn't abducted and somebody else did it, so as sad as it is to say. Oh, no, Karma Queen, I don't delete anything. No, I've never deleted anything. Oh, thanks, Lurking. It was a nice vacation, though. Yeah, hopefully one day the truth will come out. Whether they'll ever be charged, I doubt it. But, hopefully someday we'll know the truth. Thanks, Sandy. Yeah, thanks everybody for your input. We always have a good discussion over here. And I appreciate you guys. Awesome. And I appreciate my awesome mods. So we'll see you tomorrow night and we'll talk about the lightning tiger. And I have some interesting information about that too. Okay, yeah, I'll call you. Jody. Can I get PG up on panel? Oh my lord. I would not get a word in edgewise. I'd have to delete it. I'd have to delete it. She does not like me. She'll fire up a members only live about me. I got the one where she said I play with myself at night watching child porn. Yes, she did say that. There ain't nothing she won't say. Okay, you guys. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Talk to you later. Love y'all. Bye.